Hi, brothers and sisters. Praise the Lord. He is good, gracious, righteous, and just and merciful every day. Every day is a new day. So I had this open-eyed vision of driving past this high school, and there were two parking lots. In one of the parking lots, there was a sign before you turn into the driveway. It said, "Teacher and sister parking only." And I'm sorry, you guys, I have a cloud of smoke from this fire hovering over our house and through our neighborhood, so my lungs are just terrible. I didn't let my daughter go to school today. It's just so bad. We're having problems breathing. But so the vision ended, and I was like, okay, that's... It kind of made me giggle because the school, when you know, a lot of us have the dreams about being in the school building. As I've mentioned before in past videos, I call it Jesus University. And there's a reason why I call it that. I've been shown the school many times about learning and being in discipleship of the Lord and things like that. And I just feel this sense of, when I woke up this morning, it just an urgency, you guys, with everything that's happening in the world today. You know, all these political leaders are meeting, and it's all a sham. They're giving this image that everything's going to be okay, not just in Israel, but around the world. They're doing these summits and meeting for peace and UN and trying to figure things out. And it's like, what they are showing us is not what's going on behind the scenes. The media makes it out to be like they're all against each other. But then a week later, they're meeting, and like Trump and Russia are supposed to be against each other, right? Like 1 minute they're meeting, he's handing them a soccer ball. The next minute you hear all these reports, sanctions, and Putin's mad at Trump and this and that. And then the next summit they meet, and you see a picture of Putin giving Trump a thumbs up of some discussion they had at a luncheon, What we are seeing is not what is happening. There is a shadow government, and the Lord, I'm not political. I'm not like, on top of everything that's going on. If it was not for the Lord showing me these things that are happening behind the scenes, that yes, the Illuminati is real. Yes, the shadow government is real. They are making plans behind the world's back. Like, I had a dream, because I always think, and the Lord is the discerner of our hearts. He knows our thoughts and everything. So I'd always think, is this really going on? And I received a dream that I was in the White House, and the president was giving a speech, like when he addresses all the media and everything in the House and whatever. And in the dream, I walked past the podium as he was giving a speech, and I walked to the left of the stage, and there was a door. And I opened the door, and there was a bunch of older, naked, nude men with bald heads, smoking cigars, and with smirks and grins on their faces, and they were discussing plans for the world in the White House. That means they were in their flesh. They were exposed, but they were only exposed to each other. And what they were saying behind the closed doors and making plans was nothing like what the president was addressing outside in the other room. It was pretty disgusting. It's the shadow government, okay? Trump and all these people right now, political leaders, are pawns. They're puppets. And they are planning our demise, okay? In another dream, I was watching, before me, I saw this huge table, rectangle, and all these military world leaders, okay? They all had their different military garb on, and they were all sitting down to this table. It was a meeting. And I was watching this, and I overheard them, and they were talking about how they were going to kill us all. Okay, they were making plans. They were trading us. They were trading men, women, and children. And for some guy, one of the military leaders threw a bag of oranges. He's all, well, this is what I have to offer. And he threw a bag of oranges on the table. And another guy was like, okay, sold. You know, it wasn't like, and I knew it was citizens of different countries. They were going to kill us. They did not care. Okay, these people are a part of this New World Order, UN, one world government that they are trying to bring into play. And if anybody's putting their trust in a president or a world leader, if you're in another country and you're putting your trust in your president or king or whatever, it's not going to work, you guys. It's all bad. They do not have any of their citizens' interest in mind. And everything that you see and everything coming out of the mouth of these world leaders is a lie. Do not believe it. They are going to sell us like cattle and slaughter us, or they're going to try. But the ones that are believers, they're in Jesus Christ, it's not going to happen, okay? Until after the rapture and the tribulation. And whoever gives their life to Jesus during the tribulation, then that's another story. But this is what's happening. I had another dream where Michelle and Barack Obama, I was standing there observing them at this table, and they were talking. It was like a dinner table or something, and they were talking. And Michelle had a best friend sitting next to her, and they were talking. And Michelle was telling the best friend how she was going to kill people. She wanted to murder American citizens, and the friend was very distraught. She was like, why do you want to do this? And I could see into Michelle, and it was just evil. Okay. And I remember thinking, as I'm listening to this, there was so much hatred on her. And I remember thinking, I don't know why I thought this, but she wants to kill even African American people. Like the Lord's trying to tell me it's not a race thing. It's just a hatred, evil, devil thing. Like all of it. She hated all the babies. She hated all the children. She hated women and men. Everyone just the same, all alike. Her and Obama were going to kill them. And when I woke up, I was just like, and her friend stormed off. Her friend wanted no part of it. And they were making plans, you guys. I've had open visions of a Masonic compass. I was looking in the sky and a Masonic compass. This is when I doubted Illuminati was even real. And the Lord knows our thoughts, right? So he's teaching us. We're like in Jesus University. He's bringing these things to light for us. And I'm looking in the sky, and there's a Masonic compass in the sky, and a sun was in the middle. And the sun started coming closer and closer and exploded like a nuclear bomb. But it didn't hurt me. And then the next scene was I saw the hugest mushroom cloud you could ever see. And the vision ended. And at that time, at that moment, I knew, because I'd been asking God, is it real? I mean, I know the Masons are real, but really an Illuminati? Oh, yes, it's real. It's the shadow government, okay? These people are evil. What they show on the media of themselves is not real. All right. Us being as loving people, we're filled with love and we want to help one another. And we have this moral Holy Spirit compass within ourselves. These people don't have one. So when we look at them, if we don't understand, we think, oh, they want to help us. They want us to live in this peaceful world and this and that. No, they don't. No, they don't. They want to kill us. Okay, but God's not going to let that happen. I mean, the world, yes, America is going to be taken over. Israel is going to be bombed by Russia. I was already showed that in a tag team with Turkey and Iran. But these things are happening, and it's over the dollar, it's over money, it's over power, it's over world dominance. And it is what is the things that are happening right now, and these meetings that are happening right now are paving the way for the Antichrist, for the one world government and one world money and religion. Don't look at someone or something and think, well, it's not going to happen. No, God's word never comes back void. His prophecy is real. The Bible is real, and he is real. And he loves us, and he's trying to warn us. And let's see, what else have I mean, I've been showing all kinds of stuff, just like you guys. And what's going on right now is I was on a phone conference last night, and we were talking about how Russia has put tanks down in Mexico and is working with the Mexican government, okay? And when I had the dream recently about the border and Robert De Niro and Hollywood was trying to, well, first it started out with Bill and Hillary Clinton, so there's the political hand in this dream. And then Hollywood was trying to hire Robert De Niro to be an actor and work on the border. Because in the distance, I knew I was in the desert. I was looking at the California-Mexican border. And then I saw a bunch of trees and palm trees and olive trees on fire. That means no peace. People are trying to put the fire out on the border, but it was all an act, okay? In Hollywood, there's political reference, there's Illuminati reference, and acting, and just peace gone, okay? So when I heard that Russia is working with Mexico, I thought, okay, well, here's how Russia can surround us, okay? The stage is being set. Blow the trumpet. Get off our heinies. Get on your post. America is on borrowed time. We all need Jesus, okay? And I recalled Sherry was talking about how she saw a video of this 8-year-old boy like 3 years ago where he had a dream and he said that the war is going to start in an unexpected place. I think that's what it was. Or was it something else? Was it another dream? I can't remember. But the war will start in a place that's unexpected. I don't know if it was the 8-year-old boy, but and that's what it made me think of. And with all these fires here in California and Paradise and Chico, you look at the pictures and you see houses burnt to the ground, but you see trees in between these houses. They haven't been touched by this fire. They're not burned. It just looks so like the same thing that happened this summer. Where was it? In Northern California, where they were saying they burned that whole community and people were saying it's weaponized weather. They're using lasers. Now, you guys, I've had visions of lasers. It was bad. And I was wondering, what? Is this some kind of weaponology that's going to be used during the tribulation? Or what is this, But, and now our PG&E, our electric company here in California, Jerry Brown just passed a law saying that the electric company, if there's a fire, they can tack that on to our bill as taxes. The California citizens have to pay for it on our electric bill. And Jerry Brown is something else, man. He's a puppet. And I can't believe Californians elected him to another term. He just ruined California in the 70s and 80s or whenever last time he was in. And just all these things are being set. The stage is being set. And we know that the tribulation is about to begin. And there is going to be war. And I know everybody's looking at Israel. Look at Israel, which that is true. It's like America and Israel are hand in hand right now, like sisters, And it's like things are escalating there with their borders and their protesting and their wall or whatever. And the same thing is going on here. And so Sherry just shared this video of this guy. He's a military. He's on convalescent leave. I think that's what they call it. And he said usually the military honors that, but now they are calling people, that are on leave or whatever back. They're telling them to round their stuff up. If you've ever thought that the American government would tell the military to shoot down civilians, yeah. Yes, absolutely. People have had dreams of this stuff, that the military is working with the UN and foreign military and running around in neighborhoods shooting people. Women, men, children, babies. Okay? Or maybe not babies, but children, men, and women. Innocent civilians, gunning them down. So, and I was in Taco Bell like a year ago, and there was a military sergeant. And he was in his uniform, and he was eating in Taco Bell. And I sat there and I watched him. And when I was done, I went up and I sat down at his table, and he looked surprised, and I said, "Hi." And he was like, "Hi." And I said, "I have a question for you." I said, "Do you believe in Jesus?" And he said, "Well, I'm not really religious, but yeah." And he said, "What's your question?" And he said, "Was that the question?" And I said, "No, I have another one." And I asked him, I said, "If the president or anyone in command over you ever told you to go into a neighborhood or be at a post and shoot down innocent civilians, would you do it?" And I'm telling you, he thought about it like he wasn't surprised that I asked him that. He was like, he had thought about this before. I said, what would you do? And he said, I'd probably run. I would just go AWOL. I don't know. But the question didn't surprise him. And the looks on his face, were just like he'd thought about it before. And I said, well, the day is coming. The day is coming that all heck's going to break loose in America. And the military might be told orders that to turn on the American people if they don't obey or whatever. And he kind of looked at me like, okay, this lady's crazy, But I said, the only thing that we need in our lives that's going to save us is Jesus. And he agreed with me. And then I left. But these things are coming, you guys. Blow the trumpet. It's time. Get on your post. Stop bickering with each other. Stop. These are all distractions. The devil wants these distractions on YouTube. And Sister Marie Burgess had a dream that she was in a school. And there were a bunch of girls in the school uniforms. And she said they were all pretending to like one another and love one another. But they were stealing each other's silver. They were like talking behind each other's backs, stealing their silver, pretending to love each other and everything like that. Now, someone might be like, well, that's stealing their money. No. It means they're stealing their redemption. There's a true gospel going around and a false gospel going around, and they're pretending to love each other, but they're stealing each other's redemption because they're just pretending they're fake. We need to really love one another and lift each other up, and also understand that, be understanding towards one another and pray for one another. Because, all this, I don't know, I don't want to get too far into it, but there's a lot of drama. And God sees all this stuff, you guys. And we're supposed to be in one mind and one accord and one spirit. And talk to one another, speak to one another. And some people have health issues and things. Pray for one another. But I love you guys, and let's try to be understanding of each other and forgive one another. And but I love you guys, and Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming so soon. And just be ready. Be ready and tell people about Jesus. The time is short. The Lord said, behold, I come quickly. That's what he spoke to me a year ago. Behold, I come quickly. The tribulation's about to begin. America's on borrowed time. A great earthquake is coming. War is coming. Just, press into God and love one another and tell people that these things are coming. Don't be scared. Don't be scared that you look like a lunatic or whatever, All right, I love you and God bless you.